Alright, we're going back to Tanked Up Trouble. I know where the bonus is now. This is pretty obscure. It's one of those bonuses you wouldn't think to jump into to find. Was it here? Might have been this spot. Yeah, you wouldn't think to jump right there. Like, it just looks like an average pit. It's like, come on. I could care less. Well, we found it anyway, but whatever. I was planning to just jump in one of the middle barrels anyway, but conveniently it was right there. So, is that it? That was the last bonus. Okay. Luckily, it was right at the beginning. I really don't like that level just because it's a waiting game. But luckily that was right at the beginning. I love how Funky's Flights comes right before Loopy Lights, and this rhymes. But that's all the bonuses in the game. We're virtually done now. All I have to do is save, and as you can see, we are 100% done! No, that's not right. No, we still got at least one boss to go. Necky's Revenge. So it turns out, our big bad of the game is Master Necky Sr., the recoloration of Master Necky. He'll throw multiple nuts with each hit. I will say this boss is really tricky to not get hit, because dodging these nuts can be... Whoa! Because they bounce backward. Dodging these nuts can be really tricky. Ugh. Yeah. This is like the only boss I died to. So, case in point, this is a tricky boss. I just want Donkey to... I want Diddy to take a hit just so Donkey can finish this. Because he's the hero. So what better fitting for a final boss than one with a tricky moveset? Plus he's a big bird, that's always nice. Take the credit, Donkey. Alright! Well, that is our last boss. We've been to everywhere on the island. All I have to do is... Oh. Gangplank Galleon. So yeah, you might have noticed every time we beat a world, this weird-looking pirate ship kind of gets a little bit closer. Because we didn't see it at all when we were on World 1, but when we got done with World 1, we kind of saw it forming. Okay, so I guess we have one more world to go. Let's just see what Gangplank Galleon has to offer. Oh, we're already in a level. So, oh, hi there, sir. Whoa, hey, excuse you, buddy. Whoa. Who the heck is this fatty? Why is he playing such jovial music? Ah. Oh, so you're the boss of all these dudes. You're in for a fight, aren't you? Let's get started, buddy. And our rivalry begins. There once was a crocodile of the sea. Oh! Oh my god. I wrote lyrics to the song and I can't remember them at the top of my head. Alright. Let's be blunt about this. I love King K. Rool. I love this funny, jovial way he's introduced. I love the way his theme music builds up tension and turns all epic like this. I just love the way this music kind of contrasts with the first level of the game. Like the first level has such just gets to such somber music because you can tell DK is stressed because he's in for a long fight. But then we finally get to the big bad responsible for all this, and it plays such jovial music. Like, this guy right here, King K. Rool, He's just having a good time. He's just enjoying himself as he wrecks our island and takes over everything. And it just really pisses you off. I just love how the music conveys that. But it's over right now. Our stressful day is over, because we beat him. So now we get to celebrate now, baby. But you know what? This rivalry isn't over. This war isn't over. This is only the beginning. And it will continue. Now. Cruel King Rool, he'll win the duel. Cruel K. Rool, one day he'll rule. No, Diddy, no! Get wrecked. Well done, Donkey Boy! Who'd have thought a young whippersnapper like you could have beaten that bunch of no-good Kremlings? You've made an old man proud. Go and look in your hoard. I think you'll be in for a surprise. What a player you are, Donkey, my lad! You've beaten the Kremlings and found absolutely everything! You're nearly as good as I used to be! So yeah. That little message is the only thing you get for 101%. And yeah, the maximum percent is 101. So here's our classic cast roll. I miss when games used to do this. Like, they do a cast roll of all the enemies and characters. I just wish modern games would do this. Like, Rareware does this, Mario World did this. I don't see why modern Nintendo games can't do this. This is fun. This little memory lane for the fun journey you've been through. I mean, yeah, there are enemy galleries in modern games, but they're just not the same. Come on. Yeah, so King K. Rool, he's just one of my favorite villains because of the way he's set up here. Like, he's a lot different from Bowser because of how well the game conveys its mood. They missed the yellow critters. That sucks for the yellow critters. It's like throughout the game, you can tell DK is having a stressful day, and you yourself are stressed just trying to beat these hard levels. And the big bad, King K. Rool, he's just He's just having a good time. He just wants to have a little brawl on the poop deck. It's like just that kind of mood he has can just really piss you off after the stressful day you've been through. Of course, and plus the way his battle works out. It's like, he starts off rather simple, just simply throwing his crown at you, but then he starts to use more attacks, and he gets a bit more advanced. It's like, and that kind of symbolizes. Is it my turn yet? It kind of symbolizes how this game works, and it also symbolizes King K. Rool's journey in general. Because, like, across the series, his plans get more advanced, and we get to see more and more of his army. Because, like, in the second game, his brother kidnaps Donkey Kong, and then in the third game, his other brother kidnaps both Donkey and Diddy in order to use them to power a machine. And then in DK64, he builds a super weapon that he's going to destroy DK Isles with, and just King K. Rool just gets stronger and more clever and with more soldiers in each game. He just gets stronger over time. Especially when we get to the game-verse, because oh boy, King K. Rool in the game-verse. Oh man. Of course, and then after DK64, K. Rool gets banished from the island for good, and then he just takes like an almost 20-year break before making an epic comeback in Smash Ultimate with an epic remix that has rap lyrics. And those rap lyrics just really communicate his arrogance. Like, you can do it, well, you can stun him, smash and hit him. I do this with my mind, you just obey me. And do you stammer, see in my eye? Come on, better, scrub me, feed me, starve me, see me, feed me my pie. You ready, or wheezy, oh, be still crusting easy though. I'm totally the very dope DNA now. You need a shanty, a song. I'm the big scary regent that conquers us all. You go na 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 na. Just those lyrics just communicate K. Rool so well, and they're just orgasmic. He's just one of the best villains that's really underestimated. I love him. He's way better than Bowser. Ganondorf... Ganondorf has his own kind of style. And Majora... It's kind of iffy to... I kind of want to actually go back in the game, please. Okay, thank you. So, as you can see, we're 101%. It only took 3 hours and 16 minutes. It's kind of iffy to compare K. Rool to Ganon and Majora. They're their own sort of villain. So yeah, this happens now. This isn't really for 101%, it's just for beating the final boss in general. You really don't get anything for 101%, and it kind of sucks. Like, normally there would be like a bonus world in the later games. But not here. No, we haven't really quite gotten there yet. This is an amazing game, though. This is just an amazing start to both DK's and King K. Rool's journey. Let's see if we can pull off this metal barrel trick. Oh, and then we get to the main villain of the Earthbound Mother series. Come on, land on it, land on it, land... Oh, man, that sucks. We can't pull that off. And we get to the main villain of the Mother series. That is definitely a different ballpark. That villain has a lot more symbolism going for him. I guess, but yeah. I think I could just write a whole journal about how beautiful King K. Rool is with his setup and everything. But I think I communicated the basic idea for why he's just so amazing. So let's talk about a couple weird things, though. This Reptile Rumble level, what I always found interesting is that this level is on 2 different map screens. Like, it's on this one, it's also on this one, because like each of these worlds has 2 different map screens, and you basically find a point where you transition like this. And in the process, you go between 2 different levels, but no. In this transition, you're going between the same level. Like, I really don't get why they set it up like that, where you basically had this same level on 2 different spots, even if they're just right next to each other. Like, none of the other map transitions are like that. I really don't get that. And the thing about underwater levels, I think, like, I heard that they couldn't really program surface mechanics well, like in terms of the water, and they couldn't really do that until the second game. in the other games at that. Because, like, in the later games, you can jump in and out of water. There are surface areas. But in this game, I guess they couldn't program that, so they didn't really have... So the underwater levels are just fully underwater. And I'm not sure exactly why there's no bonuses in the underwater. Maybe there's some programming issues with that, so they didn't put bonuses in the underwater. I already explained that it was weird that there are 2 cave worlds. Let me turn this down a bit. It's weird that there's 2 cave worlds. We have the monkey mines, and we have the chip caverns, and they're virtually the same. They're virtually the same world. I mean, the same level environments. Yeah, it's kind of weird. And one other thing that's weird, like, you see that there's one more spot on the map that comes before Congo Jungle. I gotta be right back on a phone call. Hello? Yeah? Oh, okay. 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 Yeah. Alright, love you. Bye-bye. So as I was saying, so like you can see there's one more spot on the map before Congo Jungle. It's like at the beginning of the game, DK kind of starts there before moving across the Congo Jungle. And of course that spot is DK's house. Like it's supposed to symbolize DK coming out of the house to begin his journey. But even that doesn't really make much sense because he already does that in the very first level. In the first level, he just jumps out of his house to begin his journey. They didn't really have to add that on the map right here. And they actually changed that in the Game Boy version because, like, that spot on his house is just where the first world begins. And then we just move on to, Monkey Mines after that. Like, generally this spot right here doesn't exist in the Game Boy version. Or maybe it does, it's just the house marker doesn't exist. Either way, they only have one marker to represent Congo Jungle. Like, they didn't really have to have that starting point with DK's house. It was kind of a weird design thing that they removed. But I digress. What's also interesting is, like, there's only, like, 6 full worlds in the game. If we're not counting Gangplank Galleon as its own world, because it's actually just the one level. Of course, all the later games are 8 worlds long, except for Tropical Freeze, which has 7 worlds, but still pretty lengthy. And the Donkey Kong Returns, that has 9 worlds, with one of them being the bonus. But jeez Louise, that's a long ass game. Well, that's a whole different discussion, though. I like Tropical Freeze much better than Returns, because it's basically... Because what Donkey Kong Returns has is a quantity over quality problem. Like, they're good levels, but Tropical Freeze has less levels, but they're just better levels, more memorable levels. With, not to mention a much better soundtrack, so Tropical Freeze is much better than Returns, regardless of how many levels Returns has. Now, of course, we have that with here. Like, this game has less levels and worlds than the later games of the trilogy. But I still think, but like, the later games are more rewarding with the bonuses because, like, the bonuses will unlock the bonus world, fittingly. But in here, the bonuses don't really do anything besides just add to your percentage and get a little, yeah, you got everything message. So, like, there's no real reward for getting everything in this game, unlike the later games. So in that regard, there's just more stuff to do in the later games. And if I want to play the later games, I'll have to hook up my Wii again, because apparently this SNES package does not have all the Donkey Kong games, and that just sucks, honestly. It's actually good, the game selection. See, this sucks that this doesn't have all the Donkey Kong games. I already did a Let's Play of Kirby Superstar, so I'm not really compelled to do one there. I tried to do Kirby Stream Land 3, but I just got annoyed with it, so I was just wasting money on the Wii. I'm not really interested in playing Star Fox. I could play Yoshi's Island, which is not Super Mario World 2. And A Link to the Past. I saw a Let's Play of Link to the Past. It's good. Just not really as effective as the modern Zelda games, I will be honest. But I guess I could do Yoshi's Island if I want to. I don't know if I will, though. Not right now. That sucks, though. I can't really play all Donkey Kong games. Just the one. But, at least getting this SNES package is free, so I never really had to waste money on this. But yeah, I think you do need the online membership, which I'm currently doing the free trial run, so I don't have to really have to pay money right now. Well, this has been Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario World as well. See you later.